welcome to another Mario Party 7 minigame review!
Last time we reviewed Flash Fright, and to say it short, it sucked. We've been in a massive bad luck streak, like jeez. Today though, we got our very first Bowser minigame on our hands, this one being called Funderwall. So let's get to this minigame, shall we?
So here's how I play this minigame. You and the other 3 players are inside a gigantic barbed wire wall. So your job is to just get to the top of it. The players who do so do not get the penalty put on by Bowser. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire minigame, except for the fact that the Koopa Kids are putting down, like, cannons of fire. Like, they're throwing them right at you. And they can be pretty unpredictable at points. Which, honestly, makes this minigame a million times more intense than it even has to be. I love it for that. Yeah, you can already tell that we're off to a way better start on the Bowser minigames than we did with 6. Like, what is this, man? However, I will say that it can be a bit challenging at points, especially with what's on the stake at points. However, that doesn't really hold this minigame back at all too much. I'm honestly pretty sad when I'm out in this minigame, because not because that I lose something, but it's morely because I just want to play it for longer. And that's honestly a good thing, because the Bowser minigames have been pretty lacking in that department. Like, especially Dizzy Rotisserie, man. However, this one definitely has its flaws. Like, for the fact that this is not a great minigame for the newcomers. I'm kind of obsessive with Mario Parties being good for the newcomers. X6 excelled at that. Here, this one isn't a big thing for newcomers. Like, if you're playing 7, this is going to be one of the big problems for the newcomers. These Bowser minigames, they can range on levels of hard. From, like, the solo ones are pretty easy. However, these ones, they can range from decently hard to extremely hard. Like, this one is pretty hard if you don't know the patterns for the Koopa Kids, which usually catch me off at points. Like you've seen, I failed both times here. Yes, that's right. This is a minigame I have never won before, which is a big rarity if you already know that by now. However, I'm honestly not going to hold it back against this minigame due to how intense and creative it can be at points. It's really something that the Bowser minigames just truly needed to shine more, and they perfectly exceeded that. You know what? We can go to the overall thoughts. I think I've been talking on for long enough. Right now.
Overall, Funderwall is a pretty impressive minigame, especially for the Bowser minigame's sake. Since we had tons of, like, either okay or just pretty weak Bowser minigames like last Mario Party. This time, though, we got fire. Literally. Well, there's also spikes and just having to dodge the Koopa Kids' fire attacks in the first place. It's not the most complex minigame. However, with how it's structured and like how hard it can be at points, it becomes pretty entertaining. Even though I've never won a single round of this, I just honestly am sad when it's over, because not because I lost, but because it's over, because honestly, it's a pretty fun time. I really thought I'd never say that for the Bowser minigame category of all things. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Our first one since like 10 reviews. My God. Thank God. Well, that's it for today. Up next, we're going to be reviewing Funsicle Course. See you guys then.